I'm here again with some more notes, and in this video I'm gonna talk about how wanting to live an extraordinary life is costing you more than nothing else, and going against a little bit the narrative of this becoming a superhuman, becoming extraordinary, living an extraordinary life. And what actually we should strive for is an ordinary life. You see, personally, I look for fulfillment, but most importantly, I look for peace. And inside of that peace, I also look for the tiny pleasures of life, which is also these slow mornings, slow, for example, my coffee in the morning, my cappuccino, preparing it and tasting it, and all those are little pleasures, right? And that those are find in the peace of the moment, in the present moment. So something I was in the past looking for is becoming this superhuman, this extraordinary person that knows a lot of languages, has a lot of achievements, and has written a lot of books, and has done a lot of stuff. And what we actually miss is that all of that is actually an invention of nowadays, and that won't never get you to a peaceful state. But if we come to realize that an ordinary life is a simple one, in that simplicity, in that ordinary life, is where you can find the peace you're looking for. Because let's be honest, what we're looking for is peace and connection to ourselves, and also this state of ecstasy and bliss of the present moment, which is something that most people want to look for. What is to be in the present moment? What is to be on the now, right? A lot of people talking about that. And as soon as they change the perception, sorry, I always miss those words. I think it's the perception. For me, it was like, oh, wow. The people that know that have lived a good life is the ones that have an ordinary life. They have their routines, they have a work or a service to the community that is on purpose, where they find fulfillment. They have a family, they have their children, they know what they want, what they like, and they're very simple people. And I think simplicity, if you're on the Jinkies, simplicity is the Jinky 23rd. If you don't know about the Jinkies, I will make a video about that, so go check that out. Go check the Jinky 23 in ChatGPT if you want. And that is the change of perception. And instead of wanting to live an extraordinary life, why don't we live a ordinary life, a simple life, a life where we have space to connect with others, a life where we have time to do nothing, to contemplate, to go slow, instead of this constant stress of doing, right? We're human beings, we're not human doings, right? And as soon as we spend more time being and doing nothing and contemplating, is where we can actually experience life, we can actually connect with others. And at the end of the day, what is the most important is our connections, our relationships. That is why I built with my wife our brand of Brad and Lola, that you can go check that out, because the most important thing at the end, and what truly nourishes us, is our relationships. So that's why we want to learn how to have nourishing, vibrant relationships that give all this juice into our life. So this is a very quick message on changing your perception. Instead of wanting an extraordinary life, instead of wanting to be extraordinary, which I'm saying that because that was my experience. I wanted to be that. Why don't we change and we strive for an ordinary life, for a simple life, right? And that's what I'm living right now. And I can say it's much more nourishing, much more rich, much more peaceful, and much more vibrant, right? As soon as I accept myself as I am, I don't want to become extraordinary. Why? That I think that is rooted on a void of I'm not good enough, especially for men. So as soon as I accept myself, all my flaws, all my issues, all my imperfections, and I find that I'm a human being and I'm someone that will die as in a day, right? And I live every day fully. Then I come into terms with myself, and I think that's something we all have to do, to come in terms with ourselves, with our lives, with our family, our parents, our colleagues, and find this simple life, this ordinary life. So message for you, if you have any questions, you're finding yourself on that situation, and or you want to know anything, and you would like me to do a video about that, you can put it on the comments. I would read them, and I would be happy to read them. So see you on the next videos.